Aha! Hello, hello, hello! Sorry. Just, you know, business as usual around here. A good morrow to you all. It's the 1st of October. And I'm back to work. I told myself I'd start writing my screenplay today, so I guess I'm gonna stop streaming now and go work on my screenplay now. So, boop. Just make sure we're all connected here. And working on origin choices now that I have like lots of equipment and stuff to give characters when they start. So I figured I could start their beginnings, maybe put some NPCs, write some more letters for them. As you can see, I've started here. I am going to play some chill music in the background. Actually, you know what? Also, origin stories and chill. There we go. Hopefully YouTube just suggests some chill music right off the bat. Yeah, let's play Du Hast.
Welcome to Rain.
By Ron Stein.
Semi-truck parts and accessories.
Nope. Oh, I got my coffee. I got my origin stories. My origin choices. I should make it just so that they only start with specific amounts of recipes, not like the whole kit and caboodle. Maybe just so noobs can't go crazy, I'll give them the prefabbed ones only, you know? Like I don't know what the smallest house size it is, I think 6x6. I was given the 6x6, the 6x6 roof, and the 6x6 floor. And I guess the doorway. That's really about all you need to start with, to have like a private room, basically. Let's see. Walls. 6x6. With doorway, Yes, okay. There we go. 6x6 walls. Doorway. Walls. And let's see. Roof 6x6. Gotcha. Maybe it's just instead of 6x6, that's so robotic. Let's go with like this. Tiny house with doorway. Tiny house roof. Tiny house walls. I don't know. How about tiny? No, that doesn't make sense either. Very small. See how many? Because we have 6x6, 6x8, 8x10, 8x12. Well, actually, for the ones with the doorways, that's what I want to do. The prefabs of. Well, yeah, that is a bunch of them. I'm not gonna do all these right now. I'm just saying that for different types of names, like very small, tiny, extremely small, medium. 10 sizes of house. So extremely small, I guess tiny. Tiny house walls with doorway. It's kind of cute. I like that. Nice flavor. Tiny house walls with doorway. Oh, and we should give it lumber cost. You start with lumber too. That's 4 walls. Let's say it's 4 lumber. I was thinking keep it minimal, like 1 lumber cost of 1 for each of these. But then you really can't get smaller than that. So maybe 2 for like a house part, and like 1 for a doorway. So we need the floor. This needs to be a roof. Is it large wooden door or small wooden door? Zero railings? How did this get to 0? What? From duplicating that? Maybe it needs to be compiled. Maybe I deleted them to see if it would run faster, and it ran faster. And I just completely, I don't know, somehow forgot doing that. Can't possibly imagine. So, I don't have this in here at all anyway, so let's just bloop. Left, right with my feet and triplets on my hands. That's gonna be fun someday. And so we need to give them carpenter parts, I guess several lumbers. Oh, I didn't finish this. I wanted to see the 2 types of doorway. I guess large wooden door, and then you got wooden door. I think it's large wooden door. You also have to put the frame, or does that come with it? I'll go with that for now. The small wooden door doesn't fit, per se. So I'm not even sure. Let's look at them real quick. What? Okay, that's a door. Like, what the fuck is that? I think it was a large one. gonna put more types of materials in there to cost too, but for now I'm just... This is a really bad way to organize it for that, to be honest. That's what I'm gonna do. It looks done. Alright. So what I'm doing here is, so far, I'm trying to follow my... So I'll show you, this is what I'm using to reference which characters start with what. Oh, I got a new monitor, by the way. It's 4K, so you can see all this crap all at once now. And I haven't got my new computer yet, but I figured I'd plug this thing in. The 1 millisecond reaction time. Holy shit, I'm actually good at Fortnite. It's incredible. So, yeah. For example, Vagabond only starts with money and nothing else, so I have to program money. It's a big thing, so I'm kind of putting those off for now. Adventurer starts with money and nothing. But I'm kind of giving them some stuff here. Because adventurers, they should get, like, backpack, torch, the little letter is the thing that I programmed there once, and the grappling hook to adventure with. But, I mean, then everybody has to start with general stuff. So, torch, backpack, and the felling axe for the lumberjack. Carpenter gets backpack, torch, hammer, and some lumber, wood plank. And I have to change the cost to wood planks. I have to figure out a way to convert the wood to wood planks too. And for now I'm trying not to get stuck programming anything else, just plug in what I got so far. Go through all of these and see what can I plug in to flesh it out as much as I have so far, and then go back to programming. So, getting more into the RPG side of, like, you know, character class designs and stuff like that. This is why I want my new processor and memory too. This is just cray-cray. But anyway, Carpenter, alright. So we've got those 5 pieces, 5 easy pieces. Carpenter starting pins, 4 pieces. And the hammer with which to end. Oh, planks. Do I need to do this multiple times? What happens if I just add it to this? How does stacking work? Do I have to like spawn it and then pick it up and put it in there? What can I do? The controller open right here. No, it's on stow. It should be on the container. Oh no, not the container blueprint, the container UI. Stove things. Can I just throw a vent on it? Left hand held. I can do stow left or stow right. Just do like pick it up, stow it automatically. So what am I doing? Checking size. Get the writer, stop using hand model. Does it stack? Yes. For each in the container items, get the class. If it's the same class, set the amount +1 and add it to its add the item to its stack. Okay. That's really all I need right here. add stacks of things to something. I should probably do this like formulaically. Like add item to backpack as like a function that I can just recall. But then, how am I gonna like automatically decide? I'll know when you're starting the game that it's this backpack, which is why I'm doing them each on different events here, not as a formula, a function, because I have this reference to this specific backpack that I need to stow them into. So you can't really, unless you do some really smart stuff, but I'm not gonna do smart stuff. I'm an artist, damn it. So, just gonna tack this on to the end of here. We're not gonna add it to the backpack, but we're gonna get the backpack's container items. Just do that. Oh yes. And the pickup item just is something that's on the item itself that makes it go invisible in the world. So it's not actually picking it up, technically. So we're gonna get a class of wooden plank. And so like, let's do N. This will do the same thing multiple times. And so we'll do like, you need 7 wood for all that stuff. That's somewhat reasonable. Build a house out of 7 pieces of wood from your backpack. I mean, but if you think about it, it's really, there's no other way to let it work unless you start the characters with the wooden cart. I kind of want only a few characters to be able to move a cart. So maybe 7 pieces of wood is like the most you could possibly fit in a backpack with nothing else in it other than the hammer. Or something like that. Then you need the cart if you want to build more than just like a tiny little shack. Anything else is going to be too much wood for walking around with. I mean, it has to break the rules of realism a little bit. Right? So, in each item in there, so we're going to add, alright, we're going to be messing with this, and I think that's all that's it for adding stacks of stuff to the character's backpack. Target stack, yeah, okay. What else can I do so far? Compile that first. Oh, the warrior. Get all those weapons and armor and stuff. I don't know how much of it I want them to start with. Maybe just like the chain. Gambeson only, maybe. Start with Gambeson. And then you can buy up to chain and such. Travelers, some money, materials, and plans for a house. So what is Carpenters start with? Materials and plans for a workshop, Carpenter's tools, room, and a Carpenter's guild. Okay. And Lumberjack is materials and plans for a workshop. Lumberjack's axe. What the fuck is a workshop? I guess I just mean like cool stuff. Like enough material and stuff for materials and plans for a house, room, plans for a workshop. I just made that up on the spot. I was like, yeah, it'll be like, be a big workshop. In the survival games, you need to build a workshop in order to create more advanced tools. So, I mean, but that's kind of trite. It's really quite trite. Although Minecraft did that, theirs was a little bit simpler. You just put the one thing that you use. Maybe that one thing that you use is a workshop. What else do I have? I have the forge, farm. Alright, I'm gonna switch this to the see. What was it? Traveler? It's just money and materials and plans for a house. Okay, let me see. Just say starter house. All those, anyone that's like materials and plans for a house, I'm gonna get one of these. Starting plans. Carpenter bag. Backpack, torch, hammer, planks. Yeah, I could just leave that labeled carpenter bag, maybe. Or materials and plans for a house. Or starter house mats. I don't like this song. I was watching a bunch of old Beatles videos. I didn't know they actually made a whole bunch of music videos. Like, who did not know that there's like a million old Beatles videos with a whole tongue-in-cheek like inside joke thing where Ringo doesn't play the drums in most of them, or they did the Nirvana bad lip sync thing before Nirvana was even like born. And they're doing it in all of their videos. They're making fun of the lip sync thing. They're pretending to not play their instruments. They're singing different parts than what's supposed to be there, and then lining it up at the end so their lips sync again. And it's like, what the fuck? And then there's at the end of We Can Work It Out. It's like the only video where they're 100% serious. And it's like really good. And at the very end, Lennon like mashes a bunch of random keys, and McCartney's like, what the fuck? Also, I think Strawberry Fields Forever has the real and the fake Paul both in it, and it's pretty blatantly obvious. It's just like, how can you not see the difference? One of them has like a round pixie face, the other one has a long horsey face. It's all there in the eyebrows. Like when girls put too much mascara on and it's like pointy, that's Paul. And when like a Republican talks down to somebody in the Senate, that's Fall. Okay, I'm done. So we're gonna do 7 pieces of wood. Should I do the warrior background? Lumberjack. What do I got for that? That's gonna be a bunch of crap. Should I figure out this workshop thing first? The carpenter gets to start with more, maybe? I give him a few extra plans and stuff. Everybody else can start with, like... Because I think the idea is that, like, you need to be able to have a house in the wild in this game. But if you're starting in the city, no, you don't. Right? Room in a Carpenter's Guild. Oh, the Carpenter is like the city version of... Right? Okay. That's the Wilds version. Okay. Yeah, I guess it makes sense then. this age-old conundrum here. Can't drag the wire off the add thing if you just pasted it, because it'll default type to hammer object type array of hammer object references instead of just an array of items, which is funny. Starts with clues. I guess the only difference between these dudes, Vagabond and Adventurer, well, I like the idea of just of blank slating, basically. It's Traveler and Free Citizen, essentially. We're just not gonna really have anything. So Vagabond could have some of this stuff. They the one that just starts in the wilds, though? Yeah. These guys start in this city. It's kind of backward, isn't it? Vagabond, Adventurer. Vagabond, okay. What'd they start with? Would they start with the same stuff? Would a Vagabond have grappling hook? I didn't even finish programming the grappling hook for now, so maybe I should take it out. Doesn't really do anything yet. And then they can both start with that, and they can procure a grappling hook later on. With some of that fine money. But everybody should start with a torch and a backpack, and a letter. So that gives you in the, oh wait, but that would be an adventurer letter. Right. I just hate repeating so much code. Essentially, I'd be doing, oh, I should do this on the other guys. This will like them light the torch. Because different letters. I can do just a switch on here and have everybody start with this stuff. No, but then the backpack thing. So at least just for these two guys, I could do a select on a Boolean, maybe. Branch. There we go. What is this? Oh, because the class is not selected there. Weird. So let's make the other letters. see. Gender in here. Who would have written this? Parents' name, I guess. Is this a real name? Archibald Cunningham? Is that a real person? Is a real character or something? Archibald, right? The Vagabonds mentor. Who is yours? Hey, what's up? Give me a nice name for like a hermit or something, like somebody that would teach a vagabond. Like who does a vagabond? What does a vagabond look up to? Like a snaggletooth kind of thing. Like yours, Darktooth. Yeah, that's mysterious. Vagabond who has a letter written by Darktooth. I just made that up right now. It's gonna stay in the game. Okay, yeah, don't need that. This is Vagabond. Oh, okay. And I should describe it too. During the area of... Hey dude, what's up? What is up? What is up? Oh, so many people. Checking out my letter. Sorry, I've been invaded by a cat. That's cool. It's funny that the old art event has the updated text on it, but the new one I just plopped down can't retrieve that until you compile. But somehow it goes through and changes all the rest of them. God, you have to do all this, you have to refresh it and compile it again. Oh no, I have to click the box. Jesus. Okay. These guys start with plans for a house too. Gotta add money. I'm gonna make it a map variable. Different currencies and different amounts. And I'll figure out how you make them later. I should just go ahead and do that. I've been putting it off for a long time. Kitty. Sorry, my cat has assumed one of my hands. I'm holding him. He won't let me let him go. Yeah, you're gonna go now? Okay. Yep. Jesus. He loves me too much. God. I just put it to the player info, I think. So, how do you design the map type? Do I do it here? Wealth, currencies, coins. What do I call it? Oh no, it has to be, okay. First you do that, you make it the type of variable you want, then you make it a map type. Oh, you can't put maps in here? Crap. No, but you can put arrays in here. Maybe it's because it's this type. Let's put integer. Yes! Yes! Alright, put a map of integers to... Thank you. There we go. Now we make it like text. Alright, would string be better? What's the deal with that? What the crap is that structure? This is, you know, my player info. It's all my stuff. So I don't have to go writing save code every time I want to add some info to the character. It just all gets shuffled in there. Wait, so can't this be something? Oh, you said stringer name, okay. Yeah, they're only server side. I already use maps for stuff. I gotta clarify this in text for people so don't get dismayed. I hate it when people do this. And then this one would be the integer, so. This way it's like, this is currency name, this is currency amount. So this is the thing that changes, and there'll only be like 2 or 3 or 4, whatever these, however many. Dogecoin, whatever. Let's do a save all on that. I'll hit this ball. Kitty. No, I never used that website before, UE Blueprints, so I didn't download it. I don't download stuff I'm not familiar with. So, you could just tell me how it works, that would be nice. You know, use a few words, use your words. Use your words. I forgot to make these server. No, I didn't. Server. Yeah, you have to download the blueprint or whatever. I think I've seen it before, but there's also Pastebin or whatever, right? No, it went to download for me. It was like, do you want to save this file? I was like, no. So I don't know what's up with that. How did this get all fucked up? What's up with this? What the fuck? There we go. Oh, you just convert it to hex. What? Yeah. Yeah, I have the plugin already, like I said. Just doesn't come with any directions. It doesn't really even describe all of the nodes in it. It describes like half of them. It's kind of funny. Things that just assume you'll just assume that you'll know how things work. It's like, no. I is noob. will this work? Just adding it into the struct like that? Will that access it properly? Let's see. Works on the byte array, so I have to get that first. Click on the break, and there's a button to hide, then connect to the details. So yes. Oh yeah, that's the new button, right? I had seen something about it, but I haven't used it yet. Oh, well then... But then they're permanently removed? I don't want that. I'm like, oh, then you have to go through and click all them. Where's the show all unconnected pins button? Jeez, guys. Really letting me down here. That's a shame. Literally unplayable. Ain't using that again. I need to set members in the structure. Oh, but it will not work? Yes, it will, but it will not work. Should I do it the other way around or something? But there's no output from here. I'm gonna try this, because I think this worked. Or wherever else I used it, as a game mode, adding trees to the map. Not set it to the map. Add it to the map, will not set it to the map. What? You're confusing, dude. I'm glad someone's here to help me, but I was like, what? Where the fuck did I do this? Where's my map? Where's my map? Where's my map? Can't find my map. Where's my map? That's my remix. Yes. I'm probably like scrolling right past it. I'm just looking for that pink. Oh, but that's good. Oh, they're not always pink and green. That's the color of the variables in the map. There we go. Okay, here we go. Find add. Here's my... I've been scrolling right past it, literally, because it's the same colors that... Yeah, this isn't contained in a struct, so there's really no way of comparing them, is there? I'm gonna just try it this way and see if it works. Do a print string. I just want to get the... faction. Is it a faction? Well, what do you do to put a map into a struct like that? Because there's no way to just add and then there's no reference left to it. Unless you just plug this into your set, like from here again, but then you're just getting it from itself anyway, so it must already be set. True. Oh my god, you can't just... Sometimes this pisses me off. I can't just write it in there. Right, Shillings is a bit... I think I figured this out once. Let me just... It means something. No, it was... I wrote shillings there, but I don't remember if... I think I just did that because it sounds the coolest. $15.50. Like, they didn't have gold coins until way late in medieval history anyway. So this might be a bit too contemporary. I'll just put, like, shards or... Oh, I should do crystals! Oh yeah, I should just make it the item. Gemstones? Nah. No, that's kind of stupid. Because then you have to, like, craft them. You're not just gonna find... No, that doesn't make sense. We'll do coins. But I do want to use gemstones as like a sort of a form of currency. Shards or coins or gold. Gold coins. GP? You got any GP? I'm gonna call them Imperial because I want them to be like old. They're not making them anymore. There's a limited amount of them. Oh, but the new players are always showing up on them, so you discover them. I had this all worked out in my head before. I'm kind of just trying to dig it up. Oh yeah, you're gonna arrive with like one type of coin and then trade it in at the bank for the new type of coin. So there's always so yeah, you'd be arriving with like the backup currency. I guess that's right. So yeah, Imperial Coins. Maybe they should get the Imperial Coins, and these guys should get the old shillings, or this is the base currency or whatever you call it, your backing currency. So new players arrive with this and they trade it to the bank, and the bank gives them like the current currency and takes that in as their further to back up their backup reserves, so that when the current currency is close to crashing, they can sell backup reserves to the people to balance it out. And then new players are always coming in. You can always start a new character. That backup reserve is always going to go up. Whenever you make an alt, you have to trade in that money. Probably not as fast as players can find gold, but I don't know, man. It's economics and shit. I just want a cool name to represent like old historic. Imperial Coin is good because it's like, but I want the Empire. The Empire's like the katanas and stuff. That's the old fallen empire of like the East, if you will, you know, so the tribe area. So where do these guys, what's their history? I haven't really gone into that too much yet in general. So the court is like the western side of things, you know, or the European medieval humans, elves, all that stuff. The other side is dark elves, and they're not Asian dark elves though, they're more like Nordic dark elves, so it's more like the rest of the world. It's like tribes and stuff. This is a tribe. It's you got the red Oni is like really the only Asian race there. You got wood elves technically in the archipelago area. So anyway, that's why they're the Empire. Yeah, you did. What do you mean you never had elves in Europe? What the fuck are you talking about? Get out of here. Unless you don't consider Norway or Ireland to be part of Europe. I guess. Or, you know, the Druidic tribes that covered most of Europe before any of our modern history knows, and Ireland is the only remnant of. So, yeah, unless you just don't count any of that. or like, you know, or even modern reinterpretations, or like the kobold, which was totally a European twist on the Irish elf. What? What are you talking about? Are we gonna argue about what an elf is? Let's make it elven coins just to piss this guy off for the western side. Thanks for the idea. It does kind of make sense, like as if maybe these elves used to rule the western side, but the humans were the new arrival, and they've kind of like broken shit up, and now they're like kind of the modern leaders with technology and shit. Whereas on the other side, it was the empire, kind of elves, but more like, you know, Japanese empire style thing. Maybe the Onis really ruled, but they all fell apart because maybe they tried to attack the elves, and since the humans were like disrupting that. Wait, no. Maybe they spread themselves thin, trying to cross the ocean, and there must have been a threat from within or something for the Empire. Maybe the peaceful people in the Empire, maybe it was a bad empire before evil, and like maybe actually the natives all just like had an uprising. So as they were spread thin, attacking the West, there was an uprising, and so that's why both of these sides have fallen. So let's start with some old elven coins. This guy. Or girl, I don't know. You joined the chat though, didn't you, the Discord? Let's give him 100 coins! Oh boy. And then, let's just, I'm gonna do this again, basically. Just to... I know I don't have to actually cast the player state again, but I want to make sure this is, we're just testing this, so I'm really gonna put like a delay in there too. Wait, but first I have to save info. Maybe this is what you're talking about, where you need to do the setting it. Yeah, my Discord. You should join. I'll also throw this up. Well, you're on Twitch though, you're not going to be able to copy this from chat. It's a YouTube thing. So I will copy it in there for you. I can't select it myself either. Wait, I control click? Arrgh. You're not going to anyway. So sad. But maybe this is what you're saying would be necessary, where this is why I don't want to redo my save game code, because it's like, what the fuck? And it works, so this is just print string readout stuff, but why does this need compiling? Everything needs compiling. Weird channel covers, I've never seen these. Epic chill step. How can chill step be epic? The fuck? Oh. Just puked. Don't like pasta? Oh my god. Oh, this is a freaking mix. I'm not gonna listen to that. This guy's back. Alright. Whatever was going on there. Hey, what's up, Dragus? What the hell? Okay, why does that one have it? How come this one gets the field and this one doesn't? Oh. When I pasted it, it was blank. That was weird. Or it had to be filled in. I know, right? It's like every single thing. I love them though. Honestly, like, I give them a lot of flack for stupid shit like that, but I love the fact that they're willing to have stupid shit like that in the name of progress. That's really important. You can't be fucking perfectionist all the time, you know? You gotta just go, you know? Do it. Even if it's weird. Even if it's like 10 different types of systems in here, it's like amazingly powerful. And the shit you can do in this at my fingertips as a fucking artist is incredible. Why is the branch there? Because there's 2 types of coins. I'm just checking for either of them. Okay, so it wasn't done yet. Jesus, this guy. I do usually look at them again before I'm done with things. I appreciate you trying to help them. Alright, let's try that out. Will it work? This should happen on Vagabond or Adventurer. Oh! Did I click on that right? I'm not sure if I clicked on that right. You're probably still here. I don't know if that works on this. I have to like go to the Twitch dashboard and stuff. No, I have no patience for... I know I spelled that wrong probably. Okay, thanks. It's playing the wrong video. I think it's just lingering from before when I last did something. Banhammer might not be a thing. Was it band? Band? Try Banhammer one more time. Alright, let's see. 2 windows. It's just a GIF. I know you can hear me. There's no Banhammer one? Nope, I'm pronouncing it right. Oh.
I am Easonus and slaps hot darts around a bit with a large trout.
There you go, punk. Look how tiny it is. Oh, let's play in 4K. That's probably a bad idea. Should I change my resolution before doing this? Whatever. The Phalanx in beautiful 4K, transcoded to 1080 or 720 or whatever the stream is in. For the first time. Vagabond. Name's Bond. Vagabond. This looks sick on my monitor. Whoa, it's really dark. Frame rate stuttered a bit there. Is it actually in 4K right now? Okay, feet, you're broken. Why are feet broken? I might need to start with a new save game here. There's a weird control thing happening sometimes. I do a lot of random testing, so let's just... I'm glad I finally had an excuse to use the trout. People don't usually manage to ride the line between annoying and funny. That one. Some people are just plain annoying. Stat unit, yeah. Well, it's in 4K, right? Will it tell you if it's in 4K or not? I'm getting above 30 technically on my 980 Ti here with all the crazy fog and stuff. None of the feet turning is still broked. What the fuck? Why? I spent a lot of time working on... Oh, that's because I walked into the overlap thing. I spent a lot of time working on the optimization of stuff and learning how to optimize and stuff. Still getting this crazy moire. I thought I deleted it, but I think I actually deleted it the wrong way. I inverted it the wrong way. I meant to like remove it from the distance and keep it in the foreground, but I think I removed it from the foreground and kept it in the distance. So I gotta remember to do that. There's no lights. I thought I had lights on that particle effect too. I've always been wondering what happened with that. Okay, it didn't do the torch using. Coins saved 100. Booyah! Come on. What platform are you building for? Yeah, what the fuck? That was weird. Alright, so this is all the clothing you start with if you are just like... whatever. Is this dude an elf? Yeah, I have to make more room for the elf ears in the hood. I'm trying to make the equipment universal. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Even the hand, the fingers. Is the left hand still not? No, it is. It's just very subtle. Right hand's more obvious. Linux for Linux for Linux. Thank you. This is freaking 4K. It's crazy. The resolutions, I mean the textures on the ground haven't even loaded in. Streaming pool. Alright, can anybody explain budget? Because I just put it really low so that I can always see what the streaming pool is. But like, because that's what it is. All it is a number that will warn you when it's over that amount. But it's like, what does it really mean? Texture still hasn't loaded in, bruh. Really not chilling with that. Okay, look, now I can turn in place, and when I left click here, it doesn't get all weird. I wonder what's up with that. The snap from leaning left to leaning right when turning is really annoying too. If I go slowly, it's nice. It like leans left, leans right, but if I go like this, it's like poop, poop, poop. Come on, texture. Oh wait, you know what? $19, $20, $10, whatever. Okay, there's the texture. Now I got the texture, and that was probably because I was in the lower settings. But still above 35 frame rate. Let's see what happens when the grass pops in. There it is. Still above 36. Sick. Also, the cull distance thing, or the culling distance on this isn't working in 420. I guess they took it out. Or something. Maybe you're supposed to, because the cull distance volume now works, which wasn't working before. It was working, but I couldn't figure it out very well, and now I put it in and it worked like the way you'd imagine. So I don't know if they changed it or if I just got smarter, but in the meantime, the actual just cull distance setting on meshes doesn't seem to be working now. I did remove the cull volume, I know that, but I used to use just a cull distance variable. I got a pro tip on how to make a nice selection circle out of a sphere depth or something like that. It's in my Discord chat. I'm gonna use that at some point, so I don't have this stupid thing. And what it'll do is it'll intersect with the landscape and paint it, hopefully, or like anything in its area, I guess. I don't know. We shall see. It's not decal. Hold on, I'll pull it up real quick. Ah. Yeah, I wanted to get a nice view here so we could see all this cool, trippy stuff. Now it's time for chill. I said we'd be doing UE4 and chill. This is chill. I'll pull up this tutorial this guy sent me. Man, this is annoying. You see the horizon is like a sharp line. Oh god, that's... Oh, yeah, I can't dismount. What's up with that? Dismount got broken somehow in the update. So many random things. But you see the horizon's like a flat line, even though it has fog on it. But then the fog properly covers that nicely. You can see my stupid cube here because I still haven't put an island to cover it. That's the loading area. It's 0, 0, 0 in the world because the ocean has to be at 0 height in order for it to work properly. I'm just enjoying the sunsets. Distance fog. Oh, maybe I need to put normal distance fog back in. Oh, on 4K you can't see the pixel along the edge here. That's awesome. Yeah, 4K. But, dude, is it actually performing better in 4K on the same computer? This can't actually be 4K. This must still just be 1080 stretched out, right? I mean, is there some way of finding out? Because my desktop is in 4K. But if you just... See, look, now it's 22. 23. Oh, I'm looking at milliseconds. Ah, where's the frame rate? Duh. I've been looking at milliseconds the whole time. Okay. Now it makes sense. I am dumb sometimes. It's like, wait, up is down, down is up. So, this tutorial this dude shared with me. Absolute units. Let me pull this up here. It's just a bunch of stuff. Let me see. So here's my tutorial. I'm multiplying the depth input by a noise map with 4-way motion chaos to give it a bit of extra flair, but that's not necessary. Using the clamped depth to lerp the color is also not necessary, but looks pretty nice in my opinion. Just remembered that all the maths involving texture coordinates before the 4-way motion cast is not necessary either. I'm doing that to give the material pixelated effects. So 4-way chaos, none of that is necessary. You got scene depth, pixel depth. And he says clamped depth to lerp the color is also not necessary. Clamp to lerp the color. Yeah. So I'll take a look at that real quick. Selection circle is on a 2D plane right now. It's just a stupid circle. So he hasn't given me all the details here because it's, oh, well, maybe, will this work? What do you apply it to? Well, let me just check my phone to see what he said about it. Be able to find this comment. For it to follow the ground, it does need to be a decal. But it's supposed to be like a sphere in 3D space or something, he said. So I'm trying to find the context. I can't look back that far in my freaking notifications past a day or two. What is this BS phone? Come on, Facebook. Alright, well, I'm getting distracted. I already got currencies in there. It's crazy. Alright, so let's money and nothing for these guys. Oh, some stuff. Miscellaneous gear. I think the idea was that you wouldn't even have the backpack or anything. Well, you should have like clothes and basics. Yeah, no, it should make sense you start with some basic stuff. Alright. Traveler, add the money too. Let's see. I didn't put. Yeah, use left hand. What if it needs like a delay to it or something? It was definitely in the left hand, wasn't it? Wait, actually, did he have a backpack? Did I equip the backpack? Let me make sure all that worked. Uh-oh. Yeah, he has a... No, he doesn't have a backpack in his hand. Horrible FPS here in the starting area. Oh, it's because I have the graph open too. It makes a huge difference. Do I? Yeah. Bit of a difference, like 5 FPS difference. Okay, so I didn't start with the backpack. I got the stuff. Did I say Vagabond has no equipment? Maybe I messed up backpack. There, that's probably. Long while back, eh? I kind of recognize that mash of letters. Thank you. Is my GIFs working? My GIFs is working, right? I've seen it. There it is. Huzzah. Alright. I have seen the GIFs are working. That may have been the only problem with it. And as you see, he spawned in a weird place. I gotta figure out what's up with that. I shall try it again. Oh dude, you know what? I didn't even check that he was a vagabond. That was an adventurer. Yeah, enter works. That's good. You like my fade in? Because you're falling out of a post-process volume. That's a cool song type. Whoa. The music just cut out. Oh, go back. Hey, look, I can use the mirror from out here. How can I use the mirror from out here? I swear to God. Oh, because I have it selected? No. If I select the door, I can use the door. Where's the mirrors over there? If I'm facing this way. Huh. And the turning still when you're up here. Why? Why? Something's definitely not right there. Maybe I'm not doing the check line of sight on interact with. What's up, Oscar? It's like he didn't get the backpack or light the torch, but he got coins. Oh, left hand. No, so it didn't spawn the backpack and give it to him or something. Do this again. Come on. Nope.
Play on PS4 Pro.
What is this?
Thanks. No, I meant the pattern on your armor. Is it custom? Appreciate every detail with PS4
Okay.
Pro.
Okay. Knights in shining armor, I have to take a look. So what I used to have was this container thing was the backpack, and I just made children of it, and I was like, no, the backpack should be a different one, but maybe the children of that don't work. But at all? Like, it didn't even spawn it. Voice spawn, nor collisions. So I'll try it again with just, yeah, back with a container instead of backpack. Yep. So, horrible frame rates because I'm playing in 4K on a 980 Ti. So, I'm waiting for a new computer to come. I thought I'd plug in the new monitor, and now it's not playing the animation when I turn, which is different. It's so bizarre. And that best dot product is just not working the way I want it to either. Like, what? Oh wait, maybe if I have the left mouse button held down. No, it's still kind of weird. I like this. It's still kind of. Yeah, it's almost like it's off to the right a bit. It changes when I'm here to there. It doesn't make any sense at all. Anyway. Nope. That wasn't it. Got all the clothes right. Doesn't this have to happen too? Oh, there's a get, take care of that. That's right. Yeah, this is just to do it for items that are so. But still, like, why? Like, torch is working. That's the confusing part. Like, what the fuck? Try to adjust, but always spawn. Maybe I couldn't get it because it was getting spawned underground, and the visibility check that I was just demonstrating didn't work for interact. Maybe is on get. I bet you that was it. I don't understand why that one was different. I thought I had looked at them. 780 looks so small, or 720, whatever that was. I should need like do backflips and stuff while falling. I always want to emote in the air when you're in Fortnite, like wave or something. What the fuck? It's picking up the torch. It's not getting the backpack. All this stuff should, like, happen on parent classes, right? It's so broken right now. I don't even want you guys to see. Just looking for an obvious error. It's gotta be something weird. I know it's doing this code because it's giving me the coins and printing out the string. All that stuff we just did. That's the new stuff, works. Currencies in the game. But I changed this code and maybe... No, that looks the same. Like it's not even spawning the item. What really kills me is that you're getting the torch here and interacting with it, but not getting the backpack. Like what? Should I just delete this and do it again maybe? It should be the same exact code that I've been had in the game for months. Alright, alright guy. I see what you're doing. Kills me again is that this is working. Line from the character items. Which line from the character items? This? Container items? Leads down and not up. What are you talking about? Yeah, because I'm adding something else to that backpack. Like, one second. Oh wow, there's like 8 people on Twitch and probably more on YouTube. This viewers count is so off. I should just get rid of it. Those guys are really annoying. Sorry. Kind of fun, but that's not how I work. Where's my stream window now? Alright, here we go. And we're back! Yeah, I have it running off of a sequence. This guy over here. So. Other children classes worked fine. Just some reason it doesn't want to spawn this thing. But it's cool with spawning this thing. And it's cool with doing this. I must have messed something up when I did like the child class thing to it. But then you'd think that the original container class one would be fine because I didn't really change that. The container wasn't spawning either. Spawn on this side because I hadn't made the armor yet, but since we're not spawning with the armor, we can do this. Let's try... Which one did I set up? Lumberjack? Carpenter. Let's see what happens with Carpenter. Maybe it'll just work. Yeah, I did warn you. I spawned with nothing. Got the clothes. Okay, bending down to take something off. Is that how I want that to work? Oh, hey, wait. What? Okay, yeah, they're layered. Okay. The boots not have a female model? Yeah, I don't think I gave the boots a female model yet. The hip pouch works. Just making sure all the hands and stuff work. Okay. Everything about containers seems to work. It's not determining that right hip is a container. Maybe I never put that in there. Okay, that seemed to work. While I was wearing it, I remove it, drop it. It's in there. You get it. The get didn't play from that. It's funny. New things. Can I like delete this message too? It's really annoying. I hate when people do this shit. Alright, let's see. See, I'm like so pissed off by that noob that I can't like focus. My problem. Got problem. No. So, like, what could be causing it to just not spawn? Unless it's just totally confused in the game itself. Like somehow I messed up the. Well, at least I know that the child class still works. Look at all these things. Let's do a save all. It's only 10. Alright, since the hip pouch is working, I'm gonna pan over to that and see if there's anything different about the way I'm spawning that. Maybe I should just go ahead and equip the backpack and see if it'll work that way, instead of trying to pick it up. I mean, that would make more sense anyway. Then I have to work with the... This is horrible. container thing wasn't working out. I could try just doing that though. Let's see. Backpack 2. Nice slowdown in the music. The weirdest thing is that it spawns the torch. I like my pickup mechanic now. It's not perfect, but kind of, it turns off the light before picking it up too. Just noticed that. I think it disappears before. I'm gonna change that, but anyway. No backpack. Theory though. Oh, he doesn't have a backpack, and don't really have any clothes too. What's up with that? It's like a tunic. It's kind of weird. Well, looks like I'm stuck on something I had working before. Just gonna try always spawn, ignore collisions. Maybe it's getting pushed too far away or something. That might still be a theory here. Not even printing out a warning or anything. Like, I have warning messages set up to print out, but it's not doing that. Volumetric fog now. Still a little pixelaty, but whatever. I should make the dive animation exactly where that height is. Okay, just picked up the frickin'... I wonder if the delay that I put in there is causing it. Because I'm doing the interact thing twice in a row. And somehow the second one pans out. Yo. I bet that's it. I bet the delay is the new thing. That half-second delay right there. It's not finishing the rest of the code because it gets cut off. Should it be like re-triggerable delay or just... or maybe a queue? I bet you that was it. Oh, so I was basically trying to emulate, like, simulate, you know, the animation should be triggering halfway through it, like you would with an anim notify, but I was just like, whatever, I'll just do it there. I don't want to do the anim notify either now, because then if I'm doing it twice in a row like that, I might just have to use the set members in player inventory save game instead. That would be better. I just want to get this in here and see that that was the problem real quick. Yeah, I should make that be the minimum height of that ray trace for the diving, so you dive right out of that window. There it is! Fucking done. Hold on, I'll be right back. Grind up some good shit. Oh my god. Stupid little thing. Stupid Armando. Why are you being stupid? Let's see. Got a letter. There you go. This is the adventurer dude, though. Do that technically. I can't even believe this is playable at all in 4K. I mean, not really playable, but alright. That was the problem. And here we have, never forget what you have learned on your own. If you need help, seek Arturian, wandering the area of Highland Crossings, and show him this letter. Arturian. Fewer carriage returns there. 3 is in need of assistance, but do not burden her with the obligations of society. Yours, Darktooth. And I should change the Darktooth to be a different variable for faction too. But yeah. One little pixel line. You probably wouldn't see this if it wasn't 4K. You guys might not even see it. It's like 1 pixel along the edge of this thing. It's really weird. I'm sorry, I'm gonna never shut up about this resolution. So where were we? Just making sure this crap works. I think I will have to do some cleaning and stuff, so I might just chill for a bit. Let the seasons play. You can check the different sunrise, sunsets. Is it gonna be an eclipse? Oh, so close. Not quite. If I could stream this in 4K. I'll probably kill my computer. I'll wait till I get the new computer and then I'll try that. Getting that 2080 RTX Ti. Because I've never bought a video card on the cusp of when it's released before, ever. I've always bought like the kind of video card I don't even know what generation it is. It's like, oh look, it's an Eclipse. Get that screenshot. Bam. So I was like, well, I mean, I understand people who are concerned. Oh, what is this bullshit? Wait, what? Oh no, it did get the full thing, but it's in 4K or something. I don't know why it's all stretched out here. I'm confused. Eclipse. I should save it as a PNG and a JPEG. Don't want to lose that quality. next thumbnail. So yeah, I've never been. I was super psyched about the ray tracing Unreal Engine stuff. I'm wearing the shirt right now. GDC 18. I was at this year. There's another almost an eclipse. Oh my god. And just you know, I don't know if I don't really care is sort of thing is if this card is going to help me with Unreal Engine ray tracing or not, but I think it will. I think they'll put ray tracing in the engine in some form or another for us, because I know it's in Unreal Engine games already. Like Arc has it, so if Arc has it, they got to be testing it basically. So if Arc has ray tracing capabilities, then that means we're going to be able to use those tools soon, and I want to have a graphics card that I can test it on. Even if it's the start of the gate. It's like, just to be familiar with the technology, because this game isn't going to be out for a while. Maybe I'll get another graphics card when this game is, like, released. I don't know. I'm going to have some alpha tests soon, though, because I've got combat for axes and swords. Pretty much, I mean, working entirely. I got a bunch of different animations and stuff. The only thing that's not perfect is the death state, because, like, physics don't really replicate across the network properly, so I'm getting some weird glitches with that. And I haven't really written out the code of how to, like, log out when you're a free spirit and what really happens there with your character. It's a little wonky too. I haven't looked at that. So I wouldn't say combat's really complete, but basically the whole idea of the death cycle, I need to put in resurrecting too, so you can go over to a dude's corpse and do whatever. I mean, that's very important to have in there, the base level of the game. But in the meantime, so I'm going through and adding the origin stories, if you will, sort of like your starting circumstances, like what gear you start with, where you start. As you can see, I started as in the wilds here, instead of like near town, or in town, as the other background starts. So that's one difference. Obviously having a different letter. I'm thinking maybe you should start legit, like, with the letter and the torch in your hand, and the backpack just on. Maybe with nothing in it. They don't even need a backpack. Well, where are you gonna put the torch, I guess? Will it fit in here? I have to work on my logic for this stuff. Like, yeah, the torch fits in the hip pouch. It saves its state based on the item itself. It's actually the item in your backpack. Anyway, I'm gonna hit this good stuff. Be right back. actually heard me, lol, too. I ain't just typing that shit. That's kind of bright there at the horizon. So, since I added skylight to the game, that little bit of lighting here when it's pitch black, the moon never really gets like a crescent look to it anymore. I wonder if maybe, oh, maybe I should dim the skylight when the moon is out. At night. Oh, then I could map the color to the skylight. And just turn it off when there's moonlight, basically, at night. So, but, no, turn it off anytime it's up. Which would be weird. Well, you still get kind of like a crescent look there, even though it's... See, it's got skylight shading on it, so it never looks like pitch black. Hey, thanks for the sub. Ooh, squish. Ugh, squish. Ugh, squish. I'll name an orc after you. If you stay in the chat, or something. It's actually a promise to patrons, but I don't really have patrons, so I still want to do it. There's gonna be an ugh squish. Alright, I'm gonna save the game when the moon is up, and I'm gonna slow down the time of day and we can see if it looks convincing enough, or if I should tackle the problem of the skylight again for that beautiful perfectionism. I'm actually getting decent frame rates when I look over, I mean, not, this isn't actually really decent, but I mean, for the fact that I'm pushing it 4K on my 980 Ti, my Ti, where's the moon, where's the moon, okay, quick, quick, quick. Ooh. Alright, now it'll take me a moment here to load into the map. I think this viewer count is way off, like, maybe I should hide that shit. Isn't there a way to, it's an option somewhere. But then I like knowing a rough estimate, and then knowing in real life it was actually much higher. Gives me a sense of if people are watching in general, or increasing or decreasing. So, on the blueprint here is where we have daytime in speed of day in minutes, daytime in minutes, day length in minutes. 1 extra 0 for good measure, so it should be fixed in the sky, just like real life, where the moon doesn't move at all, ever. Anybody like Monty Python? I actually saw a Monty Python skit I didn't know existed before the other day. It was quite good. I'm trying to remember it. Do you remember that Monty Python skit that I don't remember? That was a good one. Twit of the Year is a great one, though. Twit of the Year. Classic skit.
Slaps himself around a bit with a large trout.
Let's see. So that's really all I had to do. I can hop in here straight from here without having to leave. So the moon in the sky does not look dark at all there. When it's not moving, basically. So, the skylight option I was considering is to turn the skylight off completely whenever the moon is in the sky. No, because then the whole point of it was sort of to have, or maybe whenever the moon is in the sky and whenever the skylight is greater than a certain value. Like very, very minimal. Let's look at what we can do here. So I do have an exponential height fog, whatever that other guy was talking about. I wonder if there's another one, more traditional, basic one I should add. Just for that one thing. Let me just check something real quick. Atmospheric fog. I do have an atmospheric fog. Okay. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. Alright. So, by using a variable here, hopefully we won't get that flip-flop on the blood moon. It's been bothering me for a while. what's happening is it flips from day to night. It's like, yeah. Separately. They're going to the same color, but they're coming back to a different color. Man, I love this rhythm. I made a new recording recently, if anybody likes that weird shit that I've been doing. Wrong one. It's on my SoundCloud. Maybe I should play that. This stuff is better. I need more musicians on the floor. We're gonna play a show hopefully when we have this vocalist coming back. He's very edgy. He plays edgecore. He sings edgecore. Edgelordcore. I don't know. Not really. So let's use this here. I think this was the only problem. Now that I look at what's happening here.
When 287 slabs get slap around a bit with a large crowd.
Awesome. Promoted. No, I'm just kidding. Oh no. There's a limit on it. Haha. I think it's like once every 5 minutes. So yeah, I was like, what was I actually here for? Alright, so this would be at night time.
Within my heart, I know I will never start to smile again until I smile at you.
So what do I really want to do here? I want to...
It's him.
The whole point of the skylight was to provide... Well, I guess it makes the daytime shadows look better. So I just turn it off completely at night.
All the same.
Can I change the intensity of the skylight at runtime? Is that horrible? actually, let me see something. It's almost like when you're at that halfway point, you see more. I want like a real photo in the night sky, like real. Like a real freaking, yeah, like this. Here, this is what I'm talking about. So you get that umbra and stuff, or whatever it's called. This is the one I want to see, I think. Hey. What the frick? That's just the blood moon, though. That's what I'm seeing. Normally you don't. Normally it's like pitch black. There we go. So I guess nighttime being pitch black again isn't the worst way to go back. So now that I'm decided on it, let me do it. Basically just at nighttime. Great reference to it from the map there. And this is on tick, so nope. Only recapture it, I guess. Sky distance threshold intensity. Light, maybe. There we go. Set intensity. I have to copy 0.5. Did I do it right? Five delta time need. I need interrupt speed. Like 1. And now you see it looks better. And we still have the actual moonlight. Actually, I think without the skylight it looks richer. There's that contrast, you see. I actually never really run around without the moon moving all the time, so it's kind of nice to see it still. Like that. Let's go to the woods. The sun and the moon are always flying around overhead. It's the fog and stuff. Why am I not getting any, like, lighting fog? Let me go somewhere where there's fog. Yeah. Right through the trees. Oh, yes. Is that too much? Get that boat thing there. I feel like it's not capturing the full screenshot here. Is it? Yeah, it's not getting that at all. There we go. Show off them frame rates. Whatever. .480 on my shitty 980 Ti. 4K. So I'm gonna dive in the ocean, see what this looks like with this hands full. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that works. What's up? Unreal Engine, is this the real Unreal Engine or not the real Unreal Engine? Because somebody told me that you're not the Real Unreal Engine channel, and I went on the Real Unreal Engine Twitch and was like, but I know that the Real Unreal Engine Twitch shows up now and then. So is this a Real Unreal Engine YouTube channel, or you imposter? I'm just running around my area. Oh, what's with the mouse turning? Arrgh. Maybe the teleporting. Oh, I'm running from the map anyway. So let me try. Let me make the moonlight move faster, and I'll check out that blood moon, see if it's still snapping it correctly. But basically, I fixed a bug that was not really a bug as much as my own fault earlier, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop working for them. But I was putting in the equipment and stuff for depending on which background choice you make. So now that I've made all these different equipments and stuff, I'm trying to distribute them, lob them if you will, at the players, distributing them. It's loading main map, I'm in main map. I'm a little confused, but whatever. Who are you? This Unreal Engine Russia? Здравствуйте. Как дела? I guess I'll subscribe. I don't know who you are, but I'll check out some videos you post on a lot. Quest complex system. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do. One variable changing here. Alright, there it is. Make it 2 minutes. Vagabonds should have like a bunch of random miscellaneous things that could be hawked, like miscellaneous junk, like whatever I add to the game, like, you know, torn rags and flowers and precious stones, you know, miscellaneous stuff, like to get them on their way. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, now we'll go to the main map, I think, menu map. I'm just testing the sky anyway, so don't need to do a new save game. I think the inventory is working better now that I have it all messed up with the delay. I think that delay was probably causing the inventory and the characters. Well, we'll see what happens here if I... Because actually that bug is in this save game still, so I get to not claim anything. Also, I didn't right click on the map, so it takes a minute. More than a minute. Jesus. Can you believe I used to put up with this? Oh, I ran out of Vita memory. Vita memory. Load her back up. No, oops. Do that. I'll probably just clean and leave the channel open while we watch and wait for the blood moon. Additional house cleaning work I need to be done. Blaze the cat. Okay. To show up. I just have to put a cast item there. It was working before though, so I guess it worked because it did work, but it hadn't done a check yet. It's kind of funny, so let's just do a cast item here. This one's still giving me an error though. What?
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop to look around once in a while,
Alright, there we go.
you could miss it.
Carpenter was not the right one. That's right. That was a cool race, though. Let me go back. Hammer. If I use it. You need a way of showing that you have materials in there, or just hiding the categories if you don't have anything in it at all. And I can't build them because I don't have any lumber. Because I made it lumber. Wait, where's my wood panel things? Oh no, I was supposed to have wood, wasn't I? Probably doesn't stack. I don't know if it spawned at all though. Started with a hammer, I just realized. Do I still have it open here? Okay, good. Traveler again. This time with the logs. This is not closing when I walk away. Lumberjack gets a hammer too, but it's not. It's not even spawning at once, but I don't think this is working what I thought it would be. I don't think do-en is what I want there at all. I want a for loop. And I think I'll just do here as well. That's what I wanted. Then still, so I don't know if that first one would be breaking it. It didn't seem to be getting even one of them. But maybe that first one was breaking it. So let's just try this out. Sky mat is definitely doing the inverse of what I want. Hilarious. Nope. Huh. Maybe because my hands are full when I do it? Oh, the hood is all messed up for females. Yeah, not supposed to be like that. The wrong model. Should be spawning. So I won't be going female models anymore. Oh, we have to do the first one first, so if false, there we go. Gotta stack it into something. If we're just adding it to something, it has to exist already. I should copy that over to the other one. I already hit compile. passing the backpack through, doing a spawn backpack with an output of backpack, and then that's just not how mine works. I would get lost in the simpleness of it. Everything would look the same. One node leading into another node, leading into another node, leading into another node. Where are you? See, this is clear to me. I know exactly where I am at all times. Oh, I forgot to mention, I meant to talk about it on the stream at one point, but I don't really have a photographic memory as much as, not like the Hackers movie where he's like remembering a girl's phone number from the yearbook, but more like just a visual-based memory where I think in geometry and stuff, and directions and organization, like it looks pretty to me. I think that Blueprints from Hell is hilarious. Okay, so some of my earlier work is not as good. Where I started from, I thought this would be like the scale of things, and I started adding a bunch of crap, and I was like, oh man, I'll organize it someday. But newer stuff is looking pretty clean. Probably shouldn't be on the same graph anyway, but that's still the way it works. Instead of going, which one is it in? Which I have a few of them like that, but it helps some too. Anyway, I'm done rambling. I wanted to mention that at some point though. So here's my ad, the first one, just in case thing. Let's try it now. I need to make it so that it automatically starts with the thing selected. I love the way the light comes in. Oh yeah, I gotta do that for now. We'll do Mail Despotus. I like how the thing pops up in front when you're looking at something when you use right mouse. It's like, what am I looking at? It totally was not in purpose, and it was actually bothering me for a while, but now I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted. It's my look. I'm looking at something by using right click. I can turn with left click also. Does the same. Oh, I'm not supposed to be able to turn with left click. For some reason when you're up here, the turning works differently. What is causing that? Oh, now it works. No, now it doesn't work. Now the right click doesn't work. That's so weird. What variable is getting set? It's so bizarre. How bizarre. I should write some of these things down. Some other random little things. Anyway, the whole point was I wanted to test the sky, the moon, the blood moon, see if it pops up at some point. But then we got, oh my god. That's not right at all.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep.
Oh, the building mode thing. That's funny. I gotta work on that too. Okay, but do some cleaning for a bit.
You are fully capable of deciding your own destiny. The question you face is, which path will you choose? This is something only you can decide.
Should I do anything cool? Am I to go to any other areas? I'll change the scenery. Can't see shit. Oh, I left my torch behind. Oh, shit. Where was I?
It's the beat generation. It's the beat to keep you.
Oh, was that like the spawn area?
That's funny. I could have sworn I said have it today.
Yeah, I don't have it, sorry.
Oh, well, all right then. Yeah, that's what happens, man.
So why are you upset?
I probably sucked more today than anyone in the history of Kung Fu, in the history of China, in the history of sucking. 5? Man, you should have seen them. They totally hate me. How's Shifu ever gonna turn me into the Dragon Warrior? No wings, no venom. Maybe I should just quit and go back to making noise.
Don't, Noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. There's a saying. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
It's all very well and good, but honestly, I can't wait to leave. In fact, I would say that one of the great pleasures in my life is leaving anywhere I am. Wherever I am, I want to get the hell out of there.
Stuff to do. Look at all the points. It's like the Death Star and Dark Forces. Alright, anyway. I'm probably just gonna play some Fortnite, continue cleaning the house. A lot of little things here that I've taken note of to do. Yeah, alright. Folks, it's been real. Thanks for chilling around, being clowns, whatever it may be. Peace.